Ladies and gentlemen, life often tests our patience and faith, pushing us to the brink of doubt. But in these moments, it's crucial to remember that God never forgets His promises. He remains a constant, unshakable force of hope and assurance. Today, I want to share 5 powerful reminders of this truth. Number 1. Unwavering faith in times of uncertainty in life. Uncertainty is a reality that we all must face at one point or another. It creeps into our lives unexpectedly, leaving us feeling vulnerable and unsure of the future. Whether it's the loss of a job, the breakdown of a relationship, a health crisis, or simply the fear of the unknown, uncertainty tests the very core of our being. During such times, it's natural to feel overwhelmed and question the purpose behind our struggles. Yet in the midst of this turbulence, there exists a powerful force that can guide us through the darkest moments: unwavering faith. Faith is not just a fleeting emotion or a passive belief. It is a firm conviction that no matter how challenging life becomes, there is a greater plan at work. Unwavering faith means holding on to hope, even when circumstances seem hopeless. It means trusting that the difficulties we face have a purpose, even when that purpose is not immediately clear. It is a profound understanding that life's trials are not punishments, but opportunities for growth, transformation, and deeper connection with a higher power. During uncertain times, faith becomes the anchor that grounds us. Imagine being caught in a raging storm at sea, tossed by relentless waves, with the shore nowhere in sight. In that moment, faith serves as the sturdy anchor that keeps us from drifting into despair. It gives us the strength to endure, the resilience to persevere, and the courage to move forward when the path is unclear. Faith does not eliminate the storm, but it equips us to navigate through it with grace and purpose. One of the most profound aspects of unwavering faith is its ability to shift our perspective. When we approach challenges with a mindset of faith, we begin to see setbacks not as defeats, but as stepping stones towards something greater. Rather than succumbing to fear, we learn to embrace uncertainty with a sense of curiosity and anticipation. This mindset does not come easily, and it often requires a conscious decision to choose faith over doubt. Yet once cultivated, it becomes a powerful tool for resilience. Many of us tend to rely on our own understanding when faced with difficulties. We analyze, strategize, and try to control the outcome. While planning is essential, there are times when no amount of logic can explain why certain things happen. In such instances, faith calls us to surrender, not in a sense of giving up, but in letting go of the need to understand everything. Surrendering to faith means acknowledging that some aspects of life are beyond our control, and that's okay. It's a recognition that we are part of a larger story, and our role is to trust the process. Faith also teaches us the value of patience. In a world that demands instant gratification, waiting can feel unbearable. Yet, many of life's most significant transformations happen during periods of waiting. Think of a seed planted in the soil. It lies buried in darkness, seemingly inactive, but beneath the surface, growth is taking place. Similarly, during our seasons of uncertainty, it may seem as though nothing is changing. However, it is precisely in those quiet, unseen moments that our character is being shaped, our resilience is being tested, and our faith is being strengthened. One of the most challenging aspects of maintaining faith is combating doubt. Doubt is a natural human response when life doesn't go as planned. We question whether our prayers are being heard, whether we are on the right path, or whether we have the strength to endure. In these moments, it is important to remember that doubt does not negate faith. In fact, questioning and seeking answers can lead to a more profound and mature faith. The key is not to let doubt consume us, but to use it as a catalyst for deeper reflection and spiritual growth. Stories of unwavering faith are found throughout history and personal testimonies alike. Many individuals who have faced unimaginable hardships, whether illness, loss, or personal failure, have emerged stronger and more grounded in their beliefs. Their stories remind us that faith is not about avoiding struggles, but about finding purpose within them. When we hear about someone overcoming adversity through faith, It reignites our own hope and encourages us to persist. Faith also fosters a sense of community. In times of uncertainty, isolation can amplify fear and despair. However, when we share our burdens and lean on those who uplift and encourage us, faith becomes a shared journey. It is comforting to know that we do not have to walk through difficulties alone. Whether through prayer, supportive conversations, or simple acts of kindness, faith-based connections remind us that we are part of a greater whole. Another critical aspect of unwavering faith is gratitude. It may seem counterintuitive to practice gratitude during difficult times, but it is precisely this attitude that can transform our outlook. When we focus on what we still have rather than what we have lost, we begin to see blessings even amid challenges. Gratitude shifts our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It helps us to recognize that, despite our struggles, there is still beauty to be found and lessons to be learned. Maintaining unwavering faith also means being gentle with ourselves. It's important to acknowledge that faith is not about being perfect or never feeling fear. It's about choosing to trust despite those feelings. On days when doubt seems louder than belief, we must remind ourselves that it's okay to struggle. Faith is a journey, not a destination, and every step forward, no matter how small, is significant. Sometimes, unwavering faith requires us to take bold steps without knowing the outcome. This might mean pursuing a dream despite fear of failure, standing up for what we believe in, or simply choosing to move forward when life feels stagnant. Each step taken in faith reinforces our resilience and builds our confidence. Even when the path is unclear, moving forward with conviction brings us closer to our purpose. Ultimately, unwavering faith is not just a passive hope, but an active choice. It's choosing to see light when surrounded by darkness, to trust in a plan greater than our own, and to remain steadfast even when life doesn't make sense. It's the resolve to continue when giving up seems easier and to hold on to hope when circumstances seem bleak. In doing so, we unlock the power to transform our mindset, inspire others, and persevere with purpose. In times of uncertainty, let faith be your guiding star. Let it remind you that your journey has meaning, and that every challenge has the potential to shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individual. Unwavering faith does not mean the absence of fear, but rather the courage to face fear with the belief that you will emerge victorious. Hold on to your faith, nurture it, and allow it to carry you through life's storms with grace and strength. Number 2, challenges are a path to growth. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. They come in various forms: personal struggles, professional setbacks, financial difficulties, health issues, or emotional turmoil. While it's natural to wish for a life free from hardship, the truth is that these very challenges are essential for our growth and development. They serve as catalysts that push us beyond our comfort zones, forcing us to evolve and discover our true potential. Without challenges, we risk stagnation, missing out on the depth and richness that life has to offer. One of the most profound aspects of challenges is their ability to reveal our hidden strengths. Often, we underestimate our resilience, grit, and determination until we are placed in situations that demand these qualities. It is in moments of struggle that our true character is tested. Consider the athlete who trains relentlessly despite the pain, the entrepreneur who rebuilds after failure, or the student who pushes through self-doubt to achieve their goals. Each of these individuals grows not despite their challenges, but because of them. The pressure of adversity shapes them into more capable, confident, and courageous versions of themselves. Challenges also teach us the art of perseverance. It is easy to remain hopeful and motivated when life is going smoothly, but true perseverance is tested when the odds are stacked against us. It is in these moments that we learn the value of persistence, of moving forward even when every step feels difficult. This unwavering commitment to our goals, despite setbacks, builds mental toughness. It teaches us that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone toward success. Each setback becomes a lesson, each obstacle a teacher, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Moreover, challenges force us to adapt. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt is one of the most crucial skills we can possess. Challenges push us to think creatively, to find new solutions, and to approach problems from different angles. They disrupt our routines, forcing us to innovate and stretch our minds. This flexibility not only helps us overcome immediate difficulties, but also prepares us to handle future uncertainties with greater ease. Those who embrace challenges as opportunities for growth often find themselves better equipped to thrive in an unpredictable world. Facing challenges also deepens our empathy and compassion. When we go through difficult times, we gain a first-hand understanding of pain, loss, and struggle. This awareness makes us more sensitive to the struggles of others, allowing us to connect with them on a deeper level. It fosters a sense of shared humanity, reminding us that we are not alone in our hardships. This empathy can strengthen our relationships, build supportive communities, and inspire acts of kindness that create a ripple effect of positivity. Another powerful aspect of challenges is their ability to redefine our sense of purpose. Often, it is in the midst of our greatest struggles that we discover what truly matters to us. Challenges strip away superficial concerns, forcing us to confront our core values and priorities. They provide clarity, helping us to focus on what is truly meaningful in life. This renewed sense of purpose can be a powerful motivator, fueling our drive to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. It transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones, as we find ourselves driven by a mission that extends beyond our own immediate concerns. Challenges also strengthen our faith and belief in ourselves. When we overcome a difficult situation, we gain a sense of accomplishment that boosts our confidence. It serves as a reminder that we are capable of overcoming adversity, that we have the strength to rise above our circumstances. This self-belief is crucial, as it fuels our ability to take on even greater challenges in the future. It creates a positive feedback loop, where each success builds the confidence needed for the next one. Furthermore, challenges provide us with a unique perspective on life. They teach us to appreciate the good times, to value small victories, and to find joy in simple moments. Without hardship, it is easy to take things for granted. Challenges remind us of the transient nature of life and the importance of gratitude. They encourage us to live with a deeper sense of awareness and appreciation, knowing that each moment is a gift. Importantly, challenges foster personal transformation. Just as a caterpillar must struggle to break free from its cocoon to become a butterfly, we too must face our struggles to reach our full potential. This process of transformation is often uncomfortable and painful, but it is through this discomfort that we grow. We shed old habits, overcome limiting beliefs, and emerge as stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. This transformation is not just about overcoming a single challenge, but about becoming the kind of person who can handle whatever life throws their way. Finally, challenges remind us of the power of community and connection. During difficult times, we often find strength in the support of others. Friends, family, mentors, and even strangers can offer guidance, encouragement, and a sense of belonging that helps us navigate our struggles. This sense of connection can be profoundly healing, reminding us that we are never truly alone in our battles. It reinforces the idea that together we are stronger, and that by supporting each other, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. In the end, challenges are not merely obstacles to be avoided, but essential components of a meaningful, fulfilling life. They teach us resilience, foster personal growth, and strengthen our character. They force us to confront our fears, test our limits, and discover our true potential. Embracing challenges rather than fearing them is a powerful mindset shift that can transform our lives. It allows us to see every setback as a stepping stone toward a brighter, more purposeful future. So, the next time you find yourself facing a difficult situation, Remember that it is not a roadblock but a path to growth. Embrace it, learn from it, and allow it to shape you into the person you are meant to become. For it is through these very challenges that we discover our greatest strengths and uncover the true depth of our potential. Number 3. You are never forgotten in the vastness of this world, with its billions of people. It is easy to feel small, insignificant, and overlooked. There are moments when life feels overwhelming, when the weight of our struggles seems too heavy to bear, and the silence around us feels deafening. In these moments, a creeping sense of loneliness can take hold, whispering that we are forgotten, unseen, or unimportant. Yet the truth is profoundly different. You are never forgotten. Your life, your struggles, your dreams, and your very existence have meaning and value, even when it feels otherwise. It is important to understand that every person on this earth has a unique story. Just as every snowflake is distinct, every human life is crafted with its own purpose, challenges, and gifts. You are a part of a grand, interconnected tapestry of existence, and your presence adds a vital thread to this beautiful, complex design. Even when you feel invisible, the impact of your actions, your kindness, your words, and your love ripple out into the world in ways you may never fully see or understand. Life, with all its chaos and unpredictability, can make it easy to lose sight of this truth. We often measure our worth by external markers: success, recognition, relationships, or the validation of others. When these markers are lacking, it is tempting to believe that we do not matter. But your worth is not defined by the fleeting opinions of others or the temporary circumstances of life. It is inherent, unchanging, and deeply rooted in the very essence of who you are. Consider the countless lives you have touched without even realizing it. The small, seemingly insignificant acts of kindness you have offered: a smile to a stranger, a word of encouragement to a friend, or a moment of compassion to someone in need, all carry immense weight. These moments may seem trivial, but they can have a profound impact, brightening someone's day or even changing the course of their life. You may never know the full extent of your influence, but it is real and meaningful. Furthermore, you are never forgotten because you are deeply connected to the lives of others. You exist within a web of relationships, each one adding depth and meaning to your life. Family, friends, colleagues, and even those you encounter briefly are all part of your circle. Your presence enriches their lives, just as theirs enrich yours. Even when these connections feel distant or strained, they remain significant. The bonds you form are not easily broken, and the impact you have on others often lingers long after moments of connection have passed. It is also essential to recognize that feeling forgotten is often more a reflection of our internal state than an external reality. In times of struggle or self-doubt, our minds can become clouded with negative thoughts, convincing us that we are alone or unworthy. These thoughts can be powerful, but they are not the truth. They are temporary distortions, born from fear, pain, or fatigue. Overcoming these thoughts requires a conscious effort to remember your intrinsic value and the positive impact you have on the world. Moreover, you are never forgotten because your life is part of a larger story, one that extends beyond your immediate experiences. Your struggles, no matter how challenging, have the potential to shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate person. Every hardship you endure becomes a chapter in your story, adding depth and richness to your journey. These experiences, though painful, can become sources of strength and inspiration for both yourself and others. They remind us that growth often comes from the hardest trials, and that even in our darkest moments, we are not alone. There are countless examples of individuals throughout history who felt forgotten or overlooked, yet went on to make profound contributions to the world. Many of the greatest thinkers, leaders, and creators faced long periods of isolation, rejection, or self-doubt before their gifts were recognized. Their stories serve as powerful reminders that our worth is not defined by our immediate circumstances, but by our enduring impact on the world. Another reason you are never forgotten is because of the legacy you are continuously creating. Every choice you make, every kindness you offer, and every dream you pursue leaves a lasting mark on the world. This legacy is not just about grand achievements or public recognition. It is about the countless, often invisible ways you make a difference in the lives of those around you. It is about the love you share, the lessons you pass on, and the strength you inspire in others. In moments of doubt, it can be comforting to remember that you are part of something much larger than yourself. You are connected to a broader human experience, one filled with shared hopes, dreams, fears, and challenges. Your struggles are not a sign of insignificance, but rather a reminder of your humanity. They are proof that you are alive, growing, and evolving, just like every other soul on this planet. Ultimately, you are never forgotten because you have a purpose that is uniquely yours. No one else can fulfill the role you are meant to play. Your life has a meaning that extends far beyond what you can see in this moment. It is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and connection, one that touches the lives of others in countless, often unseen ways. So, when the weight of loneliness feels overwhelming, when the silence around you feels suffocating, and when the world seems indifferent to your struggles, remember this: you are never forgotten. Your life matters. Your story matters. And your presence in this world is a gift that adds to the beauty and diversity of the human experience. Hold onto this truth even when it feels distant. Trust that you are seen, valued, and cherished, both in ways you can understand and in ways that remain beautifully mysterious. You are never forgotten, and your light will continue to shine, touching lives in ways you may never fully grasp. Number 4. Hope overcomes fear. Fear is a powerful and universal emotion. It creeps into our minds in moments of uncertainty, whispering doubts and magnifying our insecurities. It can paralyze us, hold us back from our true potential, and prevent us from pursuing our dreams. Fear feeds on the unknown, thriving in the dark corners of our imagination where our worst-case scenarios live. Yet, in the face of this often overwhelming force, there exists a counterbalance, a light that can guide us through the shadows. That light is hope. Hope is not merely a fleeting emotion or a naive optimism. It is a profound, unwavering belief that better days lie ahead, that challenges can be overcome, and that every struggle carries the potential for growth and transformation. Hope gives us the strength to stand up when we feel knocked down, to move forward when the path seems unclear, and to keep believing when doubt threatens to consume us. It is the quiet, persistent voice that says, "Keep going," even when the world feels heavy. One of the most remarkable aspects of hope is its ability to change our perspective. When we view life through the lens of fear, everything appears more daunting. Our problems seem insurmountable, and our failures feel final. We become trapped in a cycle of worry, focusing on what could go wrong rather than what might go right. In contrast, when we choose hope, we begin to see possibilities instead of limitations. We shift our focus from what we lack to what we can achieve, from what we fear to what we believe in. This shift in perspective can transform our lives, allowing us to approach challenges with confidence and resilience. Hope also gives us the courage to take risks. Fear often keeps us within the boundaries of our comfort zones, convincing us that safety lies in the familiar. But hope pushes us to reach beyond those boundaries, to dream bigger, and to strive for more. It reminds us that failure is not the end, but merely a stepping stone on the path to success. Without hope, we might never take the first step toward our goals, paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes or facing rejection. With hope, however, we find the strength to try, knowing that every setback is an opportunity for growth. Moreover, hope has a remarkable ability to inspire others. Just as fear can be contagious, so too can hope. When we choose to remain hopeful in the face of adversity, we become beacons of light for those around us. Our courage can inspire others to face their own fears, to believe in themselves, and to keep pushing forward. This ripple effect creates a powerful cycle of positivity, spreading encouragement and resilience throughout our communities. In this way, hope becomes not just a personal choice, but a collective force for good. Hope also plays a critical role in overcoming some of life's greatest challenges. In moments of deep struggle, when fear feels overwhelming and despair seems close at hand, it is often hope that keeps us going. It provides the emotional and psychological strength needed to endure hardship, to recover from loss, and to rebuild after failure. It is the belief that, no matter how dark the night, the dawn will come. This belief is not just comforting but empowering, reminding us that our current struggles do not define our future. Furthermore, hope fuels perseverance. It is the steady force that keeps us moving when the road is long and the journey is hard. It allows us to push through setbacks, to rise after every fall, and to keep fighting when others might give up. Without hope, the weight of our fears can become too heavy to bear, leading to a sense of defeat and resignation. With hope, however, we find the resilience to keep moving, to keep trying, and to keep believing in our ability to overcome. Hope also fosters creativity and innovation. When we believe that change is possible, we are more likely to seek out new solutions, to think outside the box, and to take bold steps toward our goals. Fear often stifles this creativity, trapping us in a loop of safe, predictable choices. But hope frees us from these constraints, encouraging us to explore new paths and embrace new possibilities. It is the driving force behind some of humanity's greatest achievements, from scientific breakthroughs to social progress. It is important to recognize that hope is not the absence of fear, but rather the decision to keep moving despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear either, but the willingness to act in the presence of fear. In this sense, hope and courage are deeply interconnected, each fueling the other in a cycle of positive reinforcement. The more we choose to act in the face of fear, the stronger our hope becomes, and the stronger our hope, the more courageous we become. Finally, hope reminds us of our inherent strength and resilience. It tells us that we are capable of overcoming challenges, that we have the inner resources needed to face adversity, and that we possess the power to shape our own destinies. This self-belief is essential, for without it, fear can quickly erode our confidence and undermine our potential. With hope, however, we are reminded of our capacity for growth, for transformation, and for overcoming even the greatest of obstacles. In the end, hope is a choice. It is a decision to focus on the light rather than the darkness, to believe in the possibility of a brighter future, and to keep moving forward even when the way is unclear. It is a powerful, transformative force that can lift us from the depths of despair and guide us toward a life filled with purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. So, when fear begins to creep into your heart, when doubts start to cloud your mind, and when the weight of the unknown feels overwhelming, choose hope. Hold onto it tightly, nurture it, and allow it to guide you through the storm. For in the end, it is hope that will carry you to the other side, stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Number 5. Purpose in every season. Life is a journey marked by different seasons, each bringing its own unique challenges, lessons, and opportunities. Just as the natural world cycles through spring, summer, autumn, and winter, our lives also move through phases of growth, change, loss, and renewal. It is easy to appreciate the bright, vibrant seasons when everything seems to be going our way, but it can be much harder to find meaning and purpose in the colder, darker periods. Yet every season has its purpose, each playing a vital role in our personal growth and transformation. In our most productive and successful seasons, life feels full of possibility. These are the times when our efforts seem to pay off, when doors open effortlessly, and when our dreams feel within reach. It is during these moments that we often feel a strong sense of purpose, driven by clear goals and a deep sense of fulfillment. However, these seasons of abundance do not last forever. Just as summer eventually gives way to autumn, the bright moments in our lives are often followed by periods of transition and change. These transitional seasons, while often challenging, are essential for our growth. They teach us the importance of letting go, of releasing what no longer serves us, and of preparing for the next phase of our journey. Just as the leaves fall from the trees in autumn, making way for new growth in the spring, we too must sometimes shed old habits, relationships, or beliefs in order to move forward. This process can be painful, but it is a necessary part of our evolution. It reminds us that growth often requires sacrifice and that true transformation comes from within. Then there are the winter seasons of our lives, those times of darkness, solitude, and reflection. These periods can feel cold and isolating, marked by loss, disappointment, or uncertainty. It is during these times that our patience and resilience are truly tested. Yet, winter has its purpose too. It forces us to slow down, to look inward, and to confront the deeper truths about ourselves. It is in these quiet, difficult moments that we often discover our true strength and character. While it can be tempting to wish these seasons away, they are often the ones that shape us the most. They teach us humility, perseverance, and the power of hope. They remind us that even when life feels stagnant, growth is still happening beneath the surface. Just as seeds lie dormant in the frozen ground, waiting for the warmth of spring to awaken them, our potential often lies hidden, waiting for the right moment to bloom. During these challenging seasons, it is crucial to remember that no phase of life is permanent. Just as winter eventually gives way to spring, our darkest moments can give birth to new beginnings. This cyclical nature of life is a powerful reminder that our struggles are temporary and that brighter days are always ahead. It encourages us to keep moving forward, even when the path feels uncertain or the journey seems long. The spring seasons of our lives are those moments of renewal and rebirth, when new opportunities arise and fresh ideas take root. These are the times when our hard work begins to pay off, when our dreams start to take shape, and when our sense of purpose feels more alive than ever. It is a time of creativity, growth, and optimism. Yet, even in these moments, it is important to remain grounded, remembering the lessons learned during the tougher seasons. For it is these lessons that prepare us to fully embrace the opportunities that come our way. Every season of life also teaches us the importance of balance. Just as nature requires a balance of light and darkness, growth and rest, so too do we. If we only experience the highs without the lows, the victories without the struggles, we miss out on the full spectrum of human experience. It is through our trials that we develop the strength and perspective needed to appreciate our triumphs. Without the contrast of winter, the warmth of spring would not feel as sweet, and without moments of struggle, our successes would not be as meaningful. Moreover, every season provides us with unique opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. During our seasons of abundance, we can share our blessings, offer support, and uplift those around us. In our seasons of struggle, we can inspire others by demonstrating resilience and faith. Even in our quiet, reflective moments, we have the power to impact others by sharing our stories, lessons, and insights. In this way, our purpose extends beyond our own personal growth, becoming a source of strength and inspiration for those around us. Ultimately, finding purpose in every season means embracing each phase of life with an open heart and a willing spirit. It means recognizing that every experience, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. It means trusting that, even when the path is unclear, you are exactly where you need to be, moving toward the person you are meant to become. So, as you move through the seasons of your life, remember that each one has a purpose. Whether you are in a season of growth, transition, reflection, or renewal, know that you are on a journey of continuous evolution. Embrace the highs and the lows, the light and the darkness, and trust that each moment is leading you closer to the life you are meant to live. For it is in fully embracing each season that we find our true purpose, our deepest fulfillment, and our greatest potential. And in doing so, we come to appreciate the beauty of the ever-changing, ever-evolving journey that is life. Remember, no matter how long it takes, a promise made by God is a promise kept. Keep believing, keep pushing, and keep trusting, for your breakthrough is on the horizon. Thank you.